So, I bought another pattern for a fluffy sweater. I started with the trim, 117 stitches on a size 3,5 needle, doing 1/1 ribs until 5 centimeters. Then I had to reduce the amount of stitches, so I could switch to a size 10 needle. I did not understand what they were trying to do, so I did the first row of removing stitches with a size 5 needle, and then the other row of knit 1 over, as according to Google Translate, with a size 8 needle. In hindsight this was unnecessary, but whatever. Switching to my size 10 needle and a fluffy wool, I knit until 56 centimeters. The pattern called for 58, but that would be too long on me. I then had to start the shoulders by reducing 4 stitches for 4 rows, and then 5 for 2 rows. I was supposed to end up with 19, but I had 35. So I did the math, and with what I did, could not have ended up with 19.
This probably looks really bad, but whatever. I don't get paid for this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Honey, the opening to the window is like a bit lower. It's not that fucking hard. Is it the same? It's the fucking same bee. What the fuck is she do? This bee is gonna have an aneurysm at this point. Honey, are you not attached to your brain? It's funny I'm calling a bee honey. No, other way, other way. Lower. Good, it's probably more like a wasp actually. What are you doing? There's a fat hole for you to go through. Oh, that way. No. Lower yourself. Go down. Go down. So of course I had to undo everything and start over. But that was months ago because I love procrastination and you know, all that good shit. So I didn't film this piece until like way later. Will you see my face this time? God, when did I stop being able to make videos? Jesus Christ. I don't have a way to check. That's the problem. I can't know if I'm on frame because I can't fucking see you. I can't be on camera and look behind the camera at the same time. So, the sweater anecdote. Short version, shit be whack. Long version, I misunderstood what a knit 1 over means. In my defense, no one told me that the knit 1 over was the new stitch you add and did not include the old stitch you used to make the new one. You know, so when you're trying to figure out something without knowing what that thing is supposed to do, how are you supposed to do it correctly? I officially hate knitting patterns. They are the worst thing humanity has ever invented and claimed to be useful. I hate them, their creators, everything they stand for, everything they are, and will never use them again moving forward. Don't quote me on that. I am mentally unstable. I was on the verge of tears at that point, let's be real. What upsets me here is that the pattern expects me to have the experience. Instead of making the pattern comprehensible to everyone, it wants me to waste time, money, and energy to make stuff I don't need and want so I can have the experience to make the stuff I do need and want. It's effectively gaslighting me into believing I'm the irresponsible, untalented one when it is the irresponsible one. To give some reference, the largest size on the pattern is a 3XL. And at that point in the knitting, you end with 21 stitches. I was 14 size 10 stitches over the largest size. It would have been a chunky sweater for a size 3XL person. I wasn't lying when I said she'd be whack. Is the wasp still there? Is she gone? Can I close the window? Oh, she got brains. Let's go. I guess the trick to insect brains is the more you slap it against a window, the bigger it gets, you know?
So I redid the back correctly this time. Next up the front. I did the trim the same way as the back and then knit up. I don't remember the length and can't be bothered to look it up. I then knit the neckline and shoulders, one side at a time according to the instructions. Then the sleeves. I changed up how they looked because I was aiming for something like this chica sweater. I had to redo the bottom part 3 times and still got it wrong. The construction is wrong, but whatever. I told myself I would make the first one and then film the second one, but forgot to do that. So here is the final sleeve. Then the neckline. With the needle size 3.5 I grabbed a bunch of stitches, again can't remember, and can't be bothered, and knit in ribs 1/1 until 5 centimeters. However, I grabbed the last stitches too far, so one side doesn't have a front shoulder. The pattern explained this part kinda confusingly, but this mistake is on me. Anyway, final step is to assemble everything. It wasn't easy because I had to work around the lack of front shoulder. Final thoughts. It's way too large, which makes it hard to style. Might sew some darts in the back and take in the sides to fix it. Might not. Depends on how lazy I am. The sleeves looked ugly at first, but I managed to sew them in such a way that I kinda saved it. The lack of shoulder on one side makes it sit kinda weird, but it doesn't bother me too much. Overall, could have been so much better. But it's not the worst thing on earth, so I'll take it. Definitely not my best work. Anyway, see y'all in hell, bye.